Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are doing a painting stream. Alright, we're going to be painting up some bolt action. We're doing the starter set. Field Manual, Wage World War II on your tabletop by Warlord Games. Yeah, bolt action. Today we're going to be painting German Grenadiers. Now my previous stream I did the U.S. American Rangers, and for this one we'll be painting up German Grenadiers. Let's see if I can get this on. Oh, everything's in the way. How to paint German Grenadiers. We're painting this dude, or like a bunch of these guys. So they've got like camo on them, and then the regular field gray uniforms. So yeah, German Grenadiers were the German infantry, and then they all got promoted to Grenadiers. They say it's an honorary title, but you know, whatever. Oh, everything's blurred. All right, let me quickly check setup stream. Let's check out Twitch. Go to my channel. Is the stream running? Alright, title and category are good. Hello, hello, hello. Category are good. Hello, hello, hello. Category are good. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, that's my voice. That's my crazy voice. Okay. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's doing well right now. Okay, let's check. Alright, cool. Let me send out notification. Share a link. Messages. Okay. And share a link. Alright, notification sent. So what we will be painting today, German Grenadiers. So like these dudes. I've already assembled, primed them black. You know, we have a bunch of them. Then after it was primed black, we dry brushed it with white. And we're going to be using Army Painter speed paints to, what do you call it? To do the slap chop method. Okay, we're gonna move this down. We'll take a look at our paint setup. Alright, let's just make sure. So, here's our Army Painter speed paints we'll be using. We'll be using Burnt Moss for the gray uniform. Crusader Skin for the flesh. Grim Black for the boots and straps. Pallid Bone, I think I use this for the socks and the gaiters above the boots. Satchel Brown, oh, what do I use this for? Oh, for the camo. Brownish Decay I use on the guns. There's one trooper with a whole bunch of ammo on him. Where is he? This guy. So he's got a whole ammo belt on him that I'm going to use this this bronze color on. And camo cloak. That's a green. That's also for the camo. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Pallid Bone is also for the base for the camo, and for the bread bag and all the pack items. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we better get started painting. Yeah, everything is a mess because the project is ongoing. We started with the ruined farmhouse in the Bolt Action starter set. Then we did the US Rangers. And then now we're doing German Grenadiers. Ugh, everything's a mess. Don't, you know, once this project is done, then I will clean up. You know, and then I'll probably run a demo of the actual game, so we'll learn the rules as we, you know, play the starting missions. And then after that, we'll do our next project. I'll clean up everything, start fresh with new paper and paints. Everything will be clean. And then that's when we'll probably do some either Heroescape or Cyberpunk. Paint up some of that stuff. Or Halo. I have the Halo miniatures that I've been meaning to paint. Alright, so we are going to get our paintbrush. But yeah, there's no sense in cleaning up right now in the middle of a project. Alright, so we got our little water cup. It's a... I find that these flat yogurt cups are great for holding water because they don't tip over. If you have a tall glass or something, they tip over so easily. Alright, let's start. Let's get all our miniatures here. And we'll start with the flesh color, which is what I didn't do when I was doing the US Rangers, and it was a kind of a pain in the neck to paint the faces and the hands. Alright, Crusader skin. Drop a few drops here. Boop, boop, boop. We're doing 5 German Grenadiers. I painted a bunch of them already because we have a total of 12. So I did those off stream, but you know, to practice the process. Alright. So what we did was, after assembly, we spray painted black, dry brushed white, and then now we'll put the speed paints on. Let's get that. So yeah, messy times ahead. Focus. So the dry brushing really helps. So what we do with speed paints is it's basically a way to, I think we need more light. Okay. Da-da-da. And then the speed paints are basically tinting the parts that we dry brushed white. Hand is so shaky. And the reason doing the lighter and flesh tones first, so there we go, is so then the darker colors that we use later will easily cover up any mistakes towards the edges. Yeah, those hands are huge. That's the thing with the bolt action miniatures, the proportions are just really way off. Yeah, at least I think so. Now normally I would paint with magnifier glasses on, but since we're streaming, I'm filming through an iPad. So I am using the magnification of the iPad screen just like how doctors do those robotic operations, looking through a screen. That's basically what I'm doing here. So my depth perception will be kind of off. So it's not ideal, but it works. All right. Just keep moving along color to color. There's chin straps there, but you know what? We just paint the whole thing to flesh color. At the end, we dry brush over everything, so stuff kind of gets colored anyway. And then, you know, it'll look alright. It looks bad until it looks good. So we correct along the way. This is just the beginning process. So, to you people watching, have you played? Are you a bolt action player? Is this a game that looks interesting to you that you might want to get into if you haven't? Do you play any other miniature war games? So what a miniature war game is paint little models, little dudes, little vehicles and tanks, and then you play battles on a table with them. Kind of like playing with toys, but just you have rules to it. So you have dice to roll for probabilities of, you know, the effects of the battle. You use tape measures to measure movement. Get that thumb. Yeah. And wargaming is a very old tradition used by military generals back in the day. And who wrote the first wargame rules for mass consumption? I think it was H.G. Wells? I forget. Not H.G. Wells. It was some famous writer back in the day. He wrote the book Little Wars, where aristocrats would paint up little models and little toy soldiers and play battles in their living rooms. Boy, I wish I was an aristocrat. Alright. Cool. If it looks a little dark, it's okay. It's like, cause we're gonna be dry brushing everything anyway. And if you don't know the techniques I'm talking about, you know, feel free to ask questions. And ask in the chat, and I could explain. Da-da-da. Now the way I do things is on easy mode. This is what's called the slap chop method of painting. This is a very simple, beginner-friendly method. Requires less skill than you'd think. Oh yeah, I like it. It gets things done rather quickly. And you don't have to be as precise as other methods. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's so blurry. I don't know how I could fix that. I have a new iPad that I bought, but I'm just not using it right now to stream. So maybe when I fully set up the new iPad, maybe it will be a better streaming device. Whoops. It's okay if we get some colors in the wrong spots. Sometimes everything, it's so liquidy that the color doesn't stick. But you try to do what you can. Alright. Clean off the brush every now and then. Make sure you get most of the water out of the brush because the paint is already very liquidy and you don't want to dilute it too much. Okay. See, like that, it's diluted a little too much. Just that little bit of moisture still in the bristles. I wonder, what can I do to stop that autofocus from, like, is there a setting I could do that prevents it from autofocusing so much like that? I don't know. It's because, you know, the brush is also up here. So it doesn't know what to focus on. Now mind you, this is magnified greatly. So like when these figures are on the table, not being photographed and you're playing a game, you'll hardly see any of these tiny mistakes. But we try our best, you know. It looks bad now, but it'll get better. Just trust me. Oh, man. Just trust me. So yeah, German Grenadiers, the bad guys. We already painted up the U.S. American Rangers. You could check that on my YouTube channel. And I have pictures up on the Instagram and the Twitter, so if you want to see those. I mean, you can't play a war game without some bad guys. Boom, 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 boom. Fudge. See, sometimes when it's too liquidy, it doesn't stick well, but let's trust the process. Alright, did we get all of them? We got one more. We're doing how many of these? 5? So buckle up. It's a stream of watching paint dry. But if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to skip around, fast forward. But if you like what you see, come back for the process and conversation. Maybe if I raise the tripod up a little more. So that's right, not super close to the subject. So maybe that's what's going on. Some nights it's better and some nights it's kind of rough. Also, we're doing this at night. So I have like 1, 2, 3 lamps and a ceiling light on. Hopefully that's enough light, but it still looks dark to me. Okay. Yeah, maybe this distance, it won't autofocus as much. See, now it's too liquidy. I left it in the water too long. If it's too liquidy, it doesn't stick well enough. It's still autofocusing, but it's not as terrible as before. Or at least the effect isn't. I didn't get the dry brush all the way down here. Well, that's fine, you know, people won't see it. Yeah, no one's looking at that angle. Alright. That's all 5 of these guys. Alright, we move on to the next color. Let's see. Okay, that was the flesh color. We have to kind of remember where we put stuff. So let me put these in like order. So like this is the flesh color. Now we will do, no, not the brownish. Okay. Fudge. We'll do pallid bone. This will do for the camo smocks, the main color, the bread bags, and the socks. And the gaiters, if they have gaiters. You'll see what I mean. Okay. Boop. 2, 3. Sometimes I think I don't need that many drops. Okay. Let me dry off the brush. Every time I dip the brush, I should just like wipe it with like this. Because the excessive moisture is what makes it not stick. Okay, let's start from here. So what I'm talking about is, see these little sock rims at the bottom? Oh no, this one has gaiters on. So yeah, the gaiters. If he had like these ammo packs or bread bags, like I'll paint it that color. So let's do that. We're doing the lighter colors first. That way any mistakes we could paint over. Oh man, I wish this would focus. Why? It's so... I can't see that. adjust this. Let's get the light. Can I get this brighter? Let's try this. Ugh, that light is so harsh, but you know, if it works better. So gaiters are little wraps on the ankles, I mean above the ankles, like over the boots, and it basically waterproofs and gives ankle support between the pants and the boots, so that water doesn't get in the boots or under the pants. 80s Tave, too tired to stay on, going to bed, but just want to say hi. Check out the progress on the replay. Yeah, no problem, dude. Thank you for stopping by. We're painting World War II guys. Oh my god, look at this scary German Grenadier. I painted Americans last time, so now we gotta paint up the bad guys. But yeah, thank you 80s Tave for stopping by. And a big Peacekeeper salute to you. Peace angels in the chat. May the angels protect and guide you. And sleep well, dude. Oh man, yeah. I usually am up very late doing stuff. And we are just at the very beginning of this process. Yeah. Night, Tave. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you see these ankle wraps? They put those over the boots. And they cover the boots and the bottom of the pants to waterproof. Make sure like snakes or ticks or leeches don't get in you. Oh man. Alright. Dun-dun-dun. Have to be... Oh wait, I forgot. I'm also doing the packs. Let's do some of the packs. Yeah, let's do this. You know, it adds to add a little more color to the figure. Maybe we should put on the grenade too. They call these grenades potato mashers because they looked like potato mashers. So there was debate on like which is the better design of grenade. Putting the grenade on a stick to throw it, or like American grenades that were shaped just like a ball. I think Americans were just used to throwing baseballs, so that's why our grenades just look, you know, you throw it like a rock. This one you kind of throw like an axe. Yeah. Wait, wasn't I doing another dude? I don't know. Well, we'll do whatever. Oh, this guy has all sorts of camo. We'll do him last. Okay. Let's get on those gaiters. So the gaiter part, that wrap, is what we're going to do with this color. The boots will be black, because that's generally what they had. Man, I wish that camera would focus. It's a constant problem, but when I set up the new iPad, hopefully we don't get this problem. Okay, see how we made mistakes, but the darker color will cover that up. Okay. See, okay, so this bag, this like messenger bag that he has, that's called a bread bag. I don't know why. Maybe his lunch is in there. But we will paint that whole thing. He has like a canteen also, which we're gonna paint over that with the camo color. Oh no, with the not with the field gray color. Feldgrau. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get this entrenching tool. So yeah, I don't know what it is in German, but in American, you don't call it a shovel in the military. You call it an entrenching tool. Alright, now does this guy have a camo helmet? Some of these guys have camo helmets. And this guy does look like he has a camo helmet. So, so like their helmet has like a cloth wrap over it. You could tell because of those little folds. And they generally had a camo pattern on them, which our base color would be like this. And then we'll put like some darker brown and green spots on it to round out the camo. Alright, that's looking alright. Okay, this dude. Oh, this is the one with all the camo. Yeah, well, you know, there's no avoiding him, so let's get this done. So this guy have a camo helmet. You can tell if it looks like it's wrapped in cloth. I think it does. So we are going to cover that. And he's also got a camo smock on. So kind of like a coat over his uniform. So his uniforms are going to be field gray. Feldgrau, which is basically a greenish gray. At the beginning of the war, it was more green than gray, but it faded over time. And like also from the war production, it got cheaper to just make it gray because they ran out of all the nice dye. Alright, so this guy will mostly be covered in this color. Only his sleeves and pants are not this tan color. Yeah. I try to get in there. Let's cover this whole kind of thing. Are we out of color? No. And then we got the bread bag and canteen. Yeah, I didn't know this stuff earlier, but you know, in order to do the painting, I had to do a little bit of research, and You know, you can go to YouTube. I have a few like little books. I was like, oh, what were World War II uniforms like? I was like, well, they're like this. Okay. Oh, it's kind of hard to, get in there, but I was like, you just do what you can. Yeah, we're running out of paint. So you learn a little bit of history along the way. I think that's the main benefit of this. Like learning little bits of info. Okay, let's get more of that paint. Again, for this, we're using the palette bone color as our tan color. That color is super useful. They're great for like if you're doing fantasy skeletons. They're a good base color before dry brushing, like a lighter color. Okay, dry off the brush. And let us continue. Okay, where are we on this? We gotta do this whole other side. We'll have to hold them upside down. Whoops. I really dipped it in there. Well, it's wet, so you just push it around. Just try to be neat about it. So as you can see with speed paints, what speed paints do is they darken the recesses and tint the surface. So you get your main color and your shading at the same time. And then highlights, it gets highlighted a little bit, but you could pump up the highlights with some dry brushing. Boop. It's kind of like a nice tea color. And just spread it around to get more contrast. The only thing is you got to be careful not to get it in where you don't want it to be. Can we get it up in there? Try to get it all up on us. Okay. It's difficult getting this kind of under area. Because I'm not exactly sure where the pants start and, the smock ends. Alright. Oh, the gaiters. Gonna do those. this guy is using up all our paint. Okay. See, we've accidentally gotten over the line there where the pants should be, but it's so close it's just really hard not to screw that up. But the pants color, the green gray, hopefully covers that up when we do put that on. Watching paint dry. Alright, we're getting there. Fudge me. So we're trying to get all the, you know, that base white color covered. Okay. This guy, does this guy have a helmet? Camo helmet? I think he does. Yeah. Plus he's got a potato masher over there, so we'll paint that too. I actually don't think the potato mashers were that color, but it's fine. In my world they were. It's whatever you want to be. It's Bob Ross method. It's your little world. Get it all painted. Yeah, it looks good enough. Alright, he's got this cylinder container. That is where they kept their gas masks. You learn these little bits of info. History. Oh fudge, I got it over the line, but that's fine. I thought it extended over there, but it does not. But painting miniatures, the whole process is correcting. It looks bad until it looks good. So you paint and you correct. You paint and you correct until everything is in its place. Mise en place. Everything in its place. Cool. Alright, this guy, no helmet. He has a soft cap. Does have a bread bag. So, the bread bags. The canteen. The canteen I'm probably going to paint over it with the Feldgrau color. It's interesting when you... So what was it? Feldgrau is field gray, right? So I guess feld is field. So I guess like Corey Feldman is Corey Fieldman. And then there's a company that makes miniatures transport cases. Feldherr. I guess that's Mr. Field. Oh. Learning words in other languages is interesting. Okay, let's get those gators. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know German. I'm learning as I go. But man, there's so many military words and so hard to learn. Like Panzer, that's tank, but the literal translation is armor, which also means tank. Because tank is a made-up word to disguise the fact that things were armored vehicles. Alright. Okay. Let's wipe our fingers because we might have paint on stuff. Oh man, that. Let me drink some Diet Coke. Alright, so we've got 2 colors down. I'm trying to remember what my process was when I did my test models. I think at this point I do the rifles. Okay, so the rifles I do in this brownish decay color. Okay. Shake it up a little. Okay. Let's drop this here. 2, 3. How are we doing on time? 49 minutes? What did we do? Start with the flesh color, pallid bone, brownish decay. I think we'll do the camo, oh no, the burnt moss next. Okay. We're getting there. Da-da-da-da. Let's dry off the brush. Yeah, when the bristles get waterlogged like that, it's a little pain in the neck to work with. Okay. Oh, there's so many wires in the way. So on the iPad, I have a wire coming out this way, going to the microphone, and then got all the lamps plugged in, so there is a lot of wires around. Wish I had a better setup, but yeah, this whole setup is temporary. until I could figure out a permanent place to set up. Okay, we're doing the guns. If it's too quiet for you, feel free to play some music where you're at. Unfortunately, I have to be under the restrictions of copyright, so I cannot play copyrighted music. That's understandable. Normally, I would be playing some K-pop or an audiobook. The latest audiobook I'm listening to is Book 4 of Audible's Moriarty series, which is really interesting. It's a what if Sherlock Holmes series, where what if Sherlock Holmes was actually secretly the bad guy and Moriarty was actually the good guy. Oh man, how is that whole strap under there? Whatever, just slop the paint on there. You know what, that's fine. Let's not mess with that anymore. Alright, cool. Yeah, it's very interesting, and since it's by Audible, it's like a whole, like, radio drama kind of thing. Like, Sherlock Holmes is played by Phil LaMarr, of all people. What was Phil LaMarr in? It was like, was it Mad TV? Or one of those skit shows? And he's very good at playing Sherlock Holmes. And then Moriarty is played by, I forget which one, but one of the hobbits from Lord of the Rings movie. It's either Merry or Pippin. Is it Dominic Monaghan? Something like that? And so he's really good as Moriarty. So it's a really well done series. I like audiobooks that are more like radio dramas, where it's dramatized. It has music production, sound effects, music. All right. Now these guns would be a darker brown, but I mean, this is what I started with. So I figured, it's good enough. And then when you dry brush it, it looks a little better. For me, dry brushing fixes everything. It's what ties in everything at the end. but I probably should have used a more browner color. I'm not an expert on wood. Wow, that's too much on the brush. See, but when you put more, it gets that darker color. So, I don't know. The color works as long as it's not super diluted. Oh, I wish it would focus. So you gotta look at every angle, because you're gonna miss spots. Man, that's so hard to... How do I even get in there? So gotta be super careful. Oh. Such an awkward angle. Oh, I didn't get the skin tone in there. Alright, let me do that. Or I forget. Okay. It's too dark. Oh man, depth perception is really bad. Alright, it's getting there. It's getting there. Alright, did I get all the guns? No. We're getting there. Alright. Da, 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 da. Oh. Oh, sometimes I don't get the back of the gun. I have to double check that on the ones we already did. Oh, it's such a hard angle to... You know, we get as much of it as we can. If it's really hidden in there, like it's dark anyway because the dry brushing didn't reach in there, so it was fine. Okay, let's just double check the gun butts. Yeah, see this one? Totally, I noticed it in my first batch. I totally missed the butt end of the gun. bound to happen. Okay. That's done. That's done. Oh, one more. Depth perception is just really tough while looking through an iPad screen. So I have the desk, I have this iPad on a tripod in front of me, and I am sitting on a chair behind the iPad, and I have my arms wrapped around in front of the iPad. So it's awkward, but you know, it can get done. Oh, fudge. Okay, good enough. Let's see, what else? Yeah, the Moriarty audiobook is pretty good. Really good series. I'm not an expert at Sherlock Holmes, so at some point I have to listen to the originals on audiobook. I have them. In fact, I think I have a collection read by Stephen Fry on Audible. It's just really long because there's like, it's a complete collection, so it's like, I don't know, maybe like hours and hours and hours, like maybe 40, 50 hours of audiobook. Alright, so we've done all the guns. What is the next thing we gotta do? Oh yeah, okay. So let's go burnt moss. This is what I've been using as the field gray color. The Feldgrau. Oh, jeez. Ah, did I get paint on the... I keep getting paint on the lamp. Oh, no, it's not paint. I didn't get paint. It's... I cleaned the brush. So, you know what's neat? Since it's really hard to find conversion colors, like matching colors, because every color in paint lines is just wacky named. Like, you know, like this is burnt moss, so I don't know what burnt moss looks like. So, but if you're trying to, what I did is I just went to AI and I said, you know, with this brand of Army Painter Speed Paint, what colors can I use for German uniforms? And then it just runs a whole list of what speed paint colors would match. So I'm sure there's lists that it's pulling from online of people already doing the work of that. But it's just really fast to use AI to get the information quicker than normal. Okay. I don't have to read through a forum on some shoddy website. Alright. Let's get stuck in, as they say. Okay, so this is our main uniform color. I think I should have painted that. Nah, you know what? Whatever. Let's not get all technical about it. Let's just get right in there. What the heck color is this? Okay, that's just about what it is. So this is the burnt moss color. Why it's called burnt moss, I don't know. But it looks just like field gray. Unfortunately, when I dry brush it, it gets a little too gray. Because I dry brush it with another gray color. But, I mean, there's no getting around it. Because, I mean, if you want some highlights, you're going to have to dry brush it. Well, I mean, unless you're edge highlighting, but I don't edge highlight stuff. I just dry brush everything. Ain't nobody got time for that. Da-da-da. I probably should dunk the brush in the color. There we go, that runs better. Oh, it's so hard to get it precise. Just getting that little heart there. Okay. And that rifle is in the way. I'll get his cap too. You know, just be as neat as you can. I mean, you're gonna make mistakes, but what are you gonna do? What I do is I just paint it as well as you can in the right spots as best you can, and then let dry brushing fix it. Alright, cap. How do you... Now, I'm probably not gonna do the bases tonight. Just gonna do the main figure. But if you want to see how I do bases, my other painting videos have that. Like when I did the US Rangers, that Heroescape robot. So it's the same process. I show you how I put texture paste and then paint up the dry brush the texture paste. And then put static grass. The static rust, I don't use the electrical applicator, which a lot of people use. I just put white glue on there, put on the static rust, and then tap off the excess, and then just blow. Go. And then by blowing, you do kind of get the stand-up effect that the electrical applicator does, just by the process of standing up the hairs on the thing. See, we're getting there. It's looking all right. We're gonna paint black a little bit of the straps. Okay. Clean the brush. You gotta clean your brush every now and then, because otherwise the paint gets all sticky and tacky on it. Well, with speed paints, you do have to dry off the brush quite a bit, because that little bit of moisture makes the speed paint too diluted and runny. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Welcome everyone who's watching. Feel free to chat, ask questions, say hi. Yeah. Alright, this guy. We just have to do the sleeves and the pants. See how after washing the brush, just that little bit of water still in the brush kind of dilutes the speed paint too much. But it's fine. Oh, please focus. I cannot see a thing. What is that, was it Woody Woodpecker or some cartoon where he goes to the eye doctor? I was like, can you read the letters on the eye chart? And it's like, I cannot see a thing. It's like, what? I cannot see a thing. Because that's what was on the eye chart. It's a funny joke when you're a kid. I remember my classmates saying like, oh, when you go to the eye doctor, that's what you should say. Can you imagine? It's so hard to get that. Whatever. I didn't get in there. You know what? Sometimes when you can't, just cover it with whatever color you got. No one's gonna notice. How will they know? They're gonna know. How? How will they know? Da 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 da. Oh geez, depth perception. Oh, it's so tricky. Oh, okay. So tricky getting that right in there. And the thing is, these mistakes, the only time people will see these mistakes is when you take the close-up photos. Like the photos for my batch of German Grenadiers, the test models I did a couple of days ago. I was like, oh my god, there's so many mold lines. But you know what? I just can't be bothered to scrape off mold lines, especially on miniatures this small. These are smaller than Warhammer, like way smaller. Like I think these are true 25 millimeter or 28. And they are just tiny compared to like a Space Marine or something. We didn't, that sleeve. Okay. Oh, look, gun. You know, we just correct along the way. Let's try to get that gun part. Oh, is there even paint still in here? Fudge, the gun color is dried out. I did not realize. Okay. Well, probably only need like a drop. I feel like I need that, you know that thing that Bob Ross has when he flicks off the paint thinner on the side of the easel? It goes I was like, what do I want to do? Alright. What was I correcting? Like way in there. It's like holding it upside down there. How do I... Is that the hand? No, it's just the back of the strap for the gun. But I think that's the hand. Oh, whatever. Just cover everything with paint. That's fine. Fine and dandy. Okay. We're still doing the uniforms. Alright. Burnt moss. I have to go back and check if I got the underside of those caps. Probably they're not, like it doesn't matter because probably the dry brush didn't get under there. But we're gonna have to check. You know what? Okay, in some cases, I am going to have to break out the magnifiers and double check. with my own eyes. Oh yeah, painting with the magnifiers is so much easier. Cool. Alright. Got it. I just needed to get under the cap. Oh jeez. Let me move the magnifier out of the way. Alright. Is the stream still running? Hello, hello, hello. Oh man, my voice is going. Let me drink something. Well, we're getting there. What are we, hour 20 minutes into the stream? We're almost done with the uniform, so I'm drinking Diet Coke. Take a little bit of a breather. So much concentrating and focus hurts the brain. Okay. Your eye off the brush. Straighten our posture. Blink a few times. Oh man. Sometimes the eyes get blurry when you're really focused. Need eye drops. Alright. Let's get on this uniform. Oh, we need more paint. Okay, burnt moss. This is our Feldgrau color. By the way, if you're watching the stream or watching this on YouTube, should I be doing this many figures on a stream? Or would it be better to do a shorter stream of just like one figure? That's what I'm wondering. But as a longer stream, one, it'll let me get the project done. And two, I could chat with people. Oh, why won't it color that one spot? Okay, let's... Is it just me or is this not liquid enough? Let's add a touch of water to the color. Okay. Sometimes if it's not, running smooth, you have to add a touch of water. But see, now it looks like it's too diluted. Yeah, looks a little too diluted now. Whatever. And just layer it up. been watching old movies, TV shows. I'm watching Columbo. Detective Columbo. It's an interesting character. He kind of pretends not to know stuff. It's just kind of what I do sometimes. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And just puts the criminal at ease. Also, a weird format of Columbo movies is that so they're usually murder mysteries or something, and then instead of other mysteries, they call it a reverse mystery, because other mysteries there's a crime that happened and then you gotta solve it. With the Columbo format, you see the murder or crime happen first and who did it. So the audience already knows what happened. And then Columbo comes along like halfway through the thing, and you see his thought processes on how to solve the case. And then it's like, oh no, that's the villain. It's like, Columbo, he's trying to fool you. But then the whole time, Columbo's been fooling the villain by seeming incompetent. Oh, this whole other side. Yeah. So what Columbo usually does is he gains the trust of the villain. And susses out the information that way. So I've been watching that on Amazon Prime. Oh, and I also finished watching Daredevil, Born Again. Oh man, I like the Daredevil series. It's so much darker than regular Marvel stuff. And the Kingpin, played by, who is it? Vincent D'Onofrio? The guy from Full Metal Jacket? He's so good at the role. Oh, which I'm getting paint. This shovel is in the way. I cannot depth perception my way past it. Alright, we're just gonna have to say that's good enough. And we are probably gonna paint this handle. Oh, I forgot, we're doing the canteens like that too. Because that's what I did on the other ones. Just to get a bit of variation. But then it's too much like the uniform. Alright, did I get everywhere? Alright, we got it as good as we can get it. Okay. Let's get some variation. I should have left that canteen like that. No. This one. Like, we don't have to perfectly paint it. Oh, geez, this guy's uniform. Oh, no, there's two guys that still have to be done. Oh, it's gonna take a little more time. Oh, posture check, Summoner? Sorry I didn't see that earlier. Welcome, Summoner Sage. Sorry if I'm late on this. A big Peacekeeper salute to you. Peace angels in the chat. May the angels protect and guide you. Alright. Posture check. Let's straighten the back. Lift the arms. Stretch to the side. Stretch to the other side. Roll the shoulders. Posture checked. Thank you, Summoner Sage. Thank you for looking out for my health. Hope you're doing well. Okay, drinking some Diet Coke. Okay, clean the brush. Okay, dry the brush. Alright, still two more uniforms. Yeah, maybe instead of like 5 miniatures, I should have maybe just done 2 or 3. Oh, I did this guy's hat. I must have picked up the wrong figure. But, you know, they're all getting done. Oh, it's so drippy. You know what? It's fine. Let's add another drop of this burnt moss. Shake it up a little. How's our battery doing? Okay, we're at 46% battery. And we're about an hour and a half into stream. We usually run about 3 hours. Yeah, see how thin it was? Because I put too much water. But then at full strength, it's just really dark also. Da-da-da. Dum, da-da-dum. Bum, ba-ba-bum. But this, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Oh man, karaoke night. Who sang that one? Was it Sinatra? I think it was. We're getting there. Still a little drippy, but it's fine. On the finished results, I'll have it up on the Instagram or the Twitter or the post community section in on the YouTube channel. I think that's good enough. Okay. One more guy. Oh, this guy's got the ammo belt budge. It's going to be hard to paint around. Okay, let's dry off the brush, because that's what's causing the drippiness, is the moisture in the brush. Alright, let me double check if the stream is running. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. And a big peacekeepers salute, everyone. I see Krovax, AWOL Trooper, Summoner Sage, Basil Thrush, and Blissful Badger. Welcome, everyone. A big peacekeepers salute, everyone. Peace angels in the chat. May the angels protect and guide you. Alright. We got this last one. Okay, we gotta be careful not to paint that that ammo belt. It's still a little drippy, but you know, there's nothing we can do about that. We just roll with it. Try to get the paint in the right places, and then if we make mistakes, the dry brushing will fix it, or you know, we fix it manually. We'll fix it in post. We'll do it live. It's hard to get under there with that ammo belt, but just try. It's just miniature toys. It's not a big deal. We try our best. And if that's not good enough, then hit the road. Oh, it's going to be hard to get in there. It's just, everything's in the way. That strap. Gotta get these pants. to maneuver the brush in these recesses. Maybe if we hold it this way, upside down. I know it's a little, there we go. Super blurry. Well, we just gotta approximate where things need to be. Okay. Ugh. This whole section. Okay. Just try. Okay. How could I? There we go. Just gotta experiment with holding it at different angles. Alright, did we get it? Did I not get that? Okay, is it, sometimes when you overdo it, you mess it up. So don't get super obsessive. Oh, fudge. What is that? Oh, Instagram. Okay, that's sleeve. Oh, we didn't get under the helmet. I'll fix that. Okay. Which color was under the helmet? The second one? I think this one. Oh geez, depth perception. I think that's good enough. Go here. Just these tiny areas that no one will see, except when it's like, you know, zoomed in 1,000 times. Alright, that looks like all the Feldgrau. Alright, what's left? The bullets we should do last. So, alright, oh no, let's do the boots, Grim Black, and the straps. I forgot if I do the straps last, after the dry brush. No, I think I do it before. Okay. Black, whoops. 1, 2. Did I get some in there by accident? I hope not. We'll see. Someone hit the replay. Because otherwise that totally ruins the moss color. Okay. Oh, did I think I have to hit that. Let me fix that. And this. Okay. Oh, jeez. Just brush control is so hard in these tiny, tiny parts. And also the depth perception from looking through an iPad screen. Oh, see how that brush was like. Like I said, it looks bad until it looks good. You just gotta keep touching it up till it looks better. The dry brushing will fix it anyway. Okay. That's one. The camera's just not cooperating with me. And neither is the brush. It's bending at weird angles. Da-da-da-da. Did we get it? Okay, good enough. And there's too much texture paint on the base. I just put way too much. This is why I always repaint the texture paint surface. Okay, that's fine. Do we do it? There. Yeah, this is tricky. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, we're just gonna dry brush over this anyway. Okay. How many more? Oh man, so I've been listening to Islet lately. They got a new album. What was it? That Bias song. It's me. Who's your bias? I'm your bias. Who's your bias? I'm your bias. That's me. But what's interesting is one of their concerts, or no, Glitter Day, like I think it's a fan meetup concert, was playing on YouTube, and I was like, they were doing like cover songs, and I was like, why is this song so familiar? And this girl Minju from the group was singing a song from the old Nana live action movie. So Nana was a manga and anime about these two girls named Nana. One was like a ditzy kind of, fashionable girl, and then the other one was like a rock star girl in a band. And they become best friends. But man, that song from the live action movie, so memorable, because the girl from the rock band, oh, what was her name? I forgot her name, but she was a real singer. So the song is Glamorous Sky. And Minju's performance of it was pretty good. But man, that brings me back. That was like my favorite anime back in the day. Nana. And then the live action movie was great too. Alright, I think I got it. What is... Ah, jeez, okay. At the end we do a quality control check. don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff. Alright, the straps. So the straps are pretty difficult. Not difficult, but this brush is too big for the straps. So we use this one. It's a little smaller. You gotta use a little water to make the point sharper, but you gotta remove the moisture. See? Made it a little pointy. Yeah. Hold on a moment. Okay. So let's get a little bit of the black. We only want a very little amount. Now we... Oh man, I screwed up. So what did I do over there? That's fine. Okay. Let's get these straps. Like, we're not gonna fully... Oh my god, my hand is shaking. Just want to darken it, just so it looks like we did it. Yeah. All right. And then from here, we want some of these belt pouches. Come on. Good enough. Okay. See what I'm doing. What you don't want is you don't want the brush flooded with paint. It's fine. It's so small, but we need to get at least a little bit of color on there, and then the dry brushing will fix it. See? Just to break up this big block of color. It's like probably not noticeable. But if you see it, you know, try to hit it with a little color. mostly it's not noticeable since these minis are so small. And like if it's blocking like that and you can't reach in there, just don't do it. It's not a big deal. Get this one? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let me get that ammo belt and then we'll do the camo. We'll use this Tellus bronze. Okay. Where's that ammo belt guy? This guy. Depth perception is just terrible on the iPad. Well, it's kind of getting everywhere. Alright. Dry brushing will fix that. Can't get in there. Just gonna have to. there behind this? Alright, try as we might to get behind this thing. Fudge. Okay, I think that's good enough. Otherwise, we're going to screw this up badly. I think we've got some already on there. Fudge. Yeah, we kind of screwed that up. Let's see if we could correct that. Just wiping it off. Nah, it won't come off. Okay. Let's just fix it with black. Okay. Dry brushing will fix that. Dry brushing fixes everything. Okay, so now we just need the camo dots on the camo pattern. Okay. Alright, so for the camo, just need this camo cloak for the green. And then satchel brown for the brown. So let's shake them up a little. I'm gonna need, oh geez, very little. So let's put a drop of brown here. Let's put 2, just to be sure. Clean off that. Okay, so that's the brown. Let's get the green over here. 1, 2. All right, we need to use the small brush. Okay, where's our camo smock guy? So see how he has this, it's already got some, you know, brown. But we're gonna start with the green and then we'll work it. Just dab off a little and then put a green dot somewhere. Fudge. All right. There we go. Green dot here. Let's grab a little. Good enough. Where could we put a dot? Let's put a dot here. Okay. Then let's put a couple brown dots. I think that's enough. It's getting a little busy. I think we need another green dot over there though. Raven, hello! Last day of exams finally? Very good. I hope you're doing well, man. Painting up some German troops. Alright. He's got camo on, so he's a little difficult to paint. What did I do to this? How come I didn't paint that? Did I? Oh, I think I might have... Oh yeah, I painted it with the camo color. You clutched yesterday? Nice. Awesome. So welcome, Morning Raven, and a big Peacekeeper salute to you. Whoops. Well, how do I click that? Click that. Peace angels in the chat. May the angels protect and guide you. Oh man, I hope you have some very, very easy exams. Yeah. Hope it doesn't stress you out. Alright. Oh, that color is gone? That's dried up. Okay, so that's done. Let's do the camo on this helmet. Okay, green color. Ah, I'm almost done painting these. How long is the stream? 2 hours, 15 minutes? Nice. Yeah. What will you do after the exam? Are you and your friends gonna celebrate or something? Okay, let's get a dot of green here. Oy. Dot of green here. Do you know Tame Impala? I don't think I do. Is that a band? Okay, let me just get more green on these helmets. Helmet done. Did we get this one? We did. Okay, now let's get the brown on those two helmets. Ah, it's a music artist. Cool. Are you going to their concert or something? Or a live performance? I'll have to look them up. So if you see an Instagram thing of them, send it to the group chat. Or send it directly to me. So I could check it out. You know my taste in music though. I do love the cute stuff. The K-pops. Alright, let's get a dot of brown here. Okay, let's make this stronger. Okay. Alright. Where can I put a brown dot? Put it over here. Oh, focus. You sent the title? You can like anything? Yeah. I'll check it out. I have to check it out after stream so I don't get copyright strike. Okay. Alright, we put a brown dot there. See, look at our little soldiers. The bad guys. Alright. So we have got our base colors down. Okay. So to tie this all together, we are going to dry brush. With the American figures, I dry brushed with the sand color, kind of like a bleached bone color. But because these are German uniforms and their uniforms are kind of grayish, I use this, I think it is, slate gray. I'm going to dry brush with that. Okay. Let's put this here. How am I? That's a late stream for you? Yeah. I wanted to get this project done. It's that World War II game I'm trying to play. So I'm almost done. These are the last group of the soldiers from the starter set. I mean, I have a lot more to paint up, but this is enough to start learning the game once I get it finished. Yeah, but this is a very late stream for me. What time is it now? It's almost 3 a.m. Yeah, how's the battery on this? Oh, we're at 21% battery. Stream is 2 hours, 21 minutes. Okay. But we are almost done with this. I'm not going to do the bases on stream. But, because you guys have seen me do the bases before. Okay, we use a makeup brush to do the dry brushing. Alright, so we take this slate gray, we put a little bit there, and we do our dry brush technique. So we wipe off most of it. Okay. And then I brush it on the white paper to see how much is left on the brush. We want as little on the brush as possible. So really scrub most of it off. Yeah. I'm doing okay, Raven. You know? Having fun doing little model kits. Alright, so always test on the back. So what the dry brushing does is it adds highlights. So it highlights. See how we're lightly brushing it on? And it will add texture to the uniform. So the raised parts of the uniform will get lighter. And we could use this all over on the gun, on the pants, the shirt, the cap. face a little bit. And the straps. So yeah, see how the gray is adding a little bit of highlights on the raised areas. And I like to put more on the gun so that it looks like the barrel has some texture, a little on the hands, a little on the face. See? Even the boots, the shoes. Dry brushing fixes everything. The gaiters finally look not as messy as before. Alright. One. Got this guy with the ammo. Let's dry brush. Let's see. How is the weather over here? It's between rain and sun. You never know when you can go outside. For the last week, it's been very cold and rainy also. Today was cloudy, but getting warmer. There was still some rain, but it's starting to get that hot kind of weather where it's almost summer. I made a mistake over there. I got that bronze, but let's see if the dry brush will cover it. Yeah, it'll cover it. Let's get some on here so the bullets are not so shiny. Let's dry brush the barrel. Get some on the helmet. So see how our helmet now with the camo and the dry brushing makes it look more like cloth? And even when you dry brush this gray on the face, it kind of looks like they have stubble or a beard. Yeah. Make sure to get the boots. Oh, I can't get that from here. But try not to overdo it. Oh. When you overdo it, it gets too light. See, and it highlights the hand, the fingers. So we try. How's the weather over there? Was it still flooding? Oh man, that's terrible if there was a flood going on. But yeah, rainy here also. So let's get more gray on the brush. Remove as much of it as you can. Scrub it on the white paper to see how much is left on the brush. Okay. Let's dry brush this. Especially the helmet. I think scrub off more. See how the straps are getting highlighted now? Got some on the helmet. Today's very windy and cold. Oh, be careful. Dress warmly. See, we're highlighting the shirt now, the sleeves, the pants, to get that, texture. And this mold line so you could see, but You know what? It's so small. I can't be bothered to fix that. See the helmet now is highlighted. Oh, a little too much, but let's get some in here so we could see some of his uniform. Okay, good. Little on the top of the rifle. Alright, I think that's enough for him. Okay, this guy. Okay, look how his camo is. We will dry brush this to bring out the textures. See how the straps are now highlighted? Get the back of the pants, the boots, front of the helmet, the rifle. Get the tip of the barrel so that it looks, you know, not brown anymore. You might have to add more gray. And wipe off as much as you can. It won't stop you hanging out tonight with the boys? Yeah, you gotta celebrate. Freedom. Are all your friends in university? Okay, let's get some of this. Highlights here. Okay. Let's get some of that and some on the helmet. Get out on the boots. Oh, hit the iPad. Not all, but enough to have a lot of fun. Nice. Yeah. Let's highlight the face. How does it look? Looks okay. I want that helmet to look more like cloth. Yeah, see? A little more back here. Make it look like a little bit worn out, where the colors are not vibrant. Like you could even see the texture of the soles of the shoe. Okay, I think that's enough. The rifle. You did a great job. These little guys look sick. Thank you, Raven. Yeah. I'm gonna have little armies of troops. I even have tanks to be done. I have some that are already finished, but there's still more to do. And then I can make a big battle. And then maybe I'll stream to show how the game is played. Okay. This guy, we have to add heights. See all the splotchiness of the thing? When you dry brush it, it evens it out. I like the uniform. it's a little much, but I like the face a little. So yeah, these techniques are not hard. You know, I use the easiest methods possible. You know, there's more advanced ways to do this, but this is an easy way to do it. Just by dry brushing. Speed paints and dry brushing. See, the dry brushing brings out all those folds in the uniform. See? Look at this mean guy. Causing problems all over Europe. Alright. Alright, I think they're done. Yeah. Even the rifle is a little, I went a little heavy on the barrel, but it's fine. From a distance, it'll look okay. You know what, let me fix that. That's a little too bright. From a distance. Ba, da, 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Who sings that? That was from a movie, right? From a distance. Da, 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 da. Let's just darken it a little. There we go. Yeah. Okay, now it's not as bright. What bureau project did you start on World of Warships Legends? I started the Saipan, which is American aircraft carrier. I think a smaller aircraft carrier. And the Louisiana, which is a hybrid aircraft carrier. So I've done all the Japanese ones, I believe. And now I'm trying to complete all the American ones. So lately I completed the Worcester, which I'm super happy with. Oh man. The American cruiser, Worcester, it's like always, it's like it always has fast reload. So it's constantly shooting. And then the other one was the Gearing, which is a legendary destroyer. So I think it's a Fletcher class destroyer. I mean, it's pretty good. So, but I haven't played it much. Yeah, playing destroyers in legendary is really hard. Because normally in all other tiers, you could destroy a battleship, usually with 3 torpedoes, I think. 3 or 4. But, like, 3 or 4 torpedoes in Legendary will only bring a battleship down to, like, half health. So, destroyers, I think, are super underpowered in Legendary. OP ship is the Louisiana? Yeah, we'll see when we get it done. But I just started it like 2 weeks ago, and then you know how Bureau goes, it takes very long. Alright, so I'm not going to finish the bases today, but here's our figures we have completed tonight. So these are German Grenadiers. Some of them have camouflage on them. See, look at these guys. They're sneaking and they're gonna throw grenades. Granada! Oh my gosh, scary. These guys will fight my American troops. And then look at this guy with ammo. He's carrying ammo for the heavy machine gun guy. Look at this rifle dude. You also started the Des Moines project? instead of the Alaska. I think I think I have both of those. The Alaska, if I recall, I don't like. That's a, I forgot what it is. If it's a battleship or cruiser. I like how the helmet turned out on this guy. Let's see. The bullets, I feel like, I don't know if I like the way they look. I might have to add some black to it. This guy with all his gear and stuff turned out really nice, including the straps and the camo helmet. So this, super happy with that one. And then this other guy with a cap. This guy looks like an inexperienced dude. He's just going, I don't know where I'm going. Who do I shoot at? Oh no. He's not carrying a whole lot of gear on him. Yeah. Alright, we finished our last group of Grenadiers. Except I have to do the bases. So, I've already got the bases textured. I'm going to paint that a brown, dry brush it with the sand color. And then put the static grass on there. It's a small battleship or a heavy cruiser? Yeah. Oh man, I just remember I kept getting it killed, the Alaska. The ones I do like are the ones that shoot like fast or a lot. So like the Rhode Island I've liked. The Worcester. The Worcester I feel like is the best one out of all of them. What else? For global XP, I'm grinding out for the Massachusetts. Oh, because when they bring back Azure Lane, I'm hoping I could get the skin for that. Because the Massachusetts skin looked really cool in Azure Lane. Yeah. Okay, let's add some black to that gun belt. I mean that ammo belt guy. And then we will call that guy done. Yeah, because see, it looks a little too bright and like not textured. So let's add some of that. Let's see if it looks better like this. Let's add. Yeah, see, it looks better. It like you could see the gaps between the bullets better. It's a little trick. You add a little water to the black paint so that it runs in there. Oh, that's not enough. Oh, a little too much. You know, that's fine. Gotta find the right amount. Yeah, I think I like it better that way. So it's not so bright metallic colored. Yeah, that's much better. Da-da-da. We gotta play more World of Warships. Oh, were you able to fix your internet lag problem? Well, we definitely gotta play again. Unfortunately, I don't know if I could play today, because I have to wait for a phone call, and I have to make another phone call this afternoon. But if I get those done early enough. Oh, low power mode. Oh, we are at 10% battery. So we're gonna have to cut this short. But yeah, we got it done. Let's add a little more black here. Yeah. All right. Completo. All right. We're getting it done. There's a little spot here that's really annoying, but I might fix that after stream. Alright, look at our dudes. They're looking pretty cool. We should do tier 5 ranked together? Why particularly tier 5? Yeah. Oh, ranked. Oh my god. I'm so bad at ranked. I could try it if you guys want me to. Yeah. Cool. Alright. So let's review what we got done. And then I'll end the stream. I like these camo helmets. They're not that hard to do. When I first was painting these, I was like, oh man, camo will be so hard to do. But then, you know, it's not bad. Cool. Alright everyone, Raven, I've got to get going. If you enjoyed this live or as a past broadcast, please consider giving me a follow and making a new friend. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the YouTube shorts. There's a lot of fun stuff there. Please subscribe. It's free. And check out the Instagram. There's a lot of fun stuff there too. And to all my peacekeepers out there, especially Raven, my friend 80s Tave. Let's see, who's in the chat? Krovax, AWOL Trooper, Summoner Sage, Blissful Badger, MLWK, and there were a few more people that were here watching and lurking. Thank you so much, and a big Peacekeeper salute to all of you. Peace angels in the chat. May the angels protect and guide you. Thank you, Raven. I will sleep. I've got to sleep. It's already almost 3:30 a.m. Yeah. All right. I'll see you all next time. Peace. Thank you, Raven. Do well at your exams. See you later. Night.